Hello and welcome to STEAM Executive, the Brain Success course. This is module 5, the last module, and this is a lesson number 35, which is a putting it all together. My name is Mahesh Trivedi. I am the strength and life coach and NLP practitioner. So, this is almost like a conclusion lesson, and the next lesson is reflection and summary. So we are almost towards the end of the course. So this lesson is putting it all together. So becoming the person you need to be was the topic of the previous lesson. So it was a logical conclusion to the topic of having your best year ever. You will have to change yourself in some meaningful way to have a significantly different year than you have been living. So you now have all the parts necessary to create a comprehensive plan. So let's use an example of someone that wants to lose 50 pounds in the next 12 months in a healthy manner. So we'll consider everything we have discussed up to this point. For an example, Matt is single, 35 years of age, 250 lbs and 6 feet tall. Review the past. Matt was a healthy weight until he graduated from college. He then gained a few pounds each year until reaching his present condition. He has a history of making poor food choices. In his younger days, these poor choices did not affect his weight. Matt eats when he is bored or stressed. It is his primary coping mechanism. As a result, he keeps a lot of unhealthy comfort food in the house. More, Matt does not mind exercise, but getting out of the house is a problem for him. He has good intentions, but can't seem to make it out the door for the drive to the gym. Matt views himself and the funny chubby guy that everyone likes. Matt knows he is an all or nothing kind of guy. There is no middle ground. His past attempts at diet and exercise have been extreme, leaving him extremely hungry, sore, and ultimately injured. These attempts have failed spectacularly. Next, let us look at gathering resources. Matt does not have everything he needs right out of the gate. So the world is full of resources. Many of them are free. Ensure that you have the resources you need to be successful. What does Matt need to learn? Matt remembers the food pyramid from high school, but realizes that was a while ago. He knows he needs to update his knowledge regarding healthy food choices. He also needs to brush up on his knowledge regarding getting into shape. He was a high school athlete, but he is not sure how to get into shape from his current starting point. Matt also knows he needs to learn how to control his impulses regarding his eating habits. He believes that finding other ways to deal with his boredom and stress will make sticking to a healthy eating plan much easier. Number two, Matt finds his resources. Matt searches Amazon.com for a few books regarding health, weight loss, exercise, and self discipline. He chooses a few Kindle books for each topic. Kindle books are less expensive and easy to return if he doesn't like a book. He also finds a few blogs that seem to mirror his situation. The authors started in the same place as Matt and have managed to create the results that Matt desires. Matt also has a friend that would also like to lose weight, so they have agreed to hold each other accountable and exercise together. Number three is a gathering resources is a find a mentor. So Matt contacts the blog authors and asks if any of them would like to serve as his mentor. So one of them responded positively. Matt also knows a co-worker that successful lost a lot of weight several years ago. Number four is time and other resources. Fortunately, Matt has plenty of time to adapt an exercise plan. He has all the basic resources he needs but lacks financial resources. So, a gym membership and a fancy food probably are not the options. Now, look at the related habits. Matt has several bad habits that stand in his way. Matt has poor coping skills. He does not do drugs or drink, but he uses food as an emotional crutch. Matt also eats a large percentage of his calories after dinner while watching TV. Third thing on the habits is Matt drinks high calorie beverages. This is one habit that really makes it difficult to lose weight. Non calorie drinks take up the same amount of physical space and it is easy to drink a lot of calories. Number four, Matt has little self discipline. Even the smallest of obstacles can derail Matt's efforts. So, eliminating these bad habits will be half the battle. In fact, Matt can probably come close to reaching his goal just by eliminating these bad habits. Deal with your bad habits. Now, Matt needs to develop a few new habits. So, number one is coping skills. So, Matt develops a few ideas for dealing with his anxiety and boredom. When he is faced with emotional eating, Matt has decided to meditate for 15 minutes. If that doesn't work, he will then take a 15 minutes walk. Matt will then call a friend or his accountability partner. Matt also decides to take up a hobby to occupy his mind and his time while he is home alone. Number two, Matt has decided to eat not to eat after dinner. He knows this will be challenging, but these new coping skills will help. He has also decided to add fiber to his evening meal to keep himself feeling full. A few glasses of water will also help too. Number 3, Matt is replacing his high calorie drinks with water or other non caloric drinks. He knows this will make a huge difference. He realizes that he might not have to cut his food intake very much if he can eliminate calories from his beverages. Number 4, Matt finds a couple of books to address his self discipline issues. He decides to do one thing each day that he doesn't feel like doing. He knows he needs to learn how to ignore his negative feelings and take action anyway. The books have a detailed program for increasing his self discipline, and Matt schedules this activity into his life. Number 5, Matt knows he needs to make exercise a daily habit. Exercise will help with his hunger and speed his progress. Number 6, better food choices. Matt decides to implement a new decision process at meal times. He will now ask himself a series of questions. Am I actually hungry? If not, he will use his new coping strategies. Will this food take me further or closer to my weight loss goal? Matt will also avoid purchasing any unhealthy foods. He knows that if it is in the house, it will eventually be eaten. Number 7, he will review his goal and his progress each day. So Matt revisits his goal in the morning and the evening. He also weighs himself each day. He knows that his weight can fluctuate from day to day. So he takes the average weight for the week to track his progress. It's okay to start slowly. A few smaller changes can provide sufficient results in the early stage. Now, let's look at potential obstacles. Matt identifies his potential obstacles. Number 1 is Matt's mom. Matt lives close to his mom, whom has always encouraged him to eat. So his mom thinks men should be well fed and look that way. So he knows that she will start nagging him as soon as he loses 10 lbs. Matt knows he needs to grow up and stop worrying about his mother's opinion. He pays for 1 hour of counseling and receives several tips for dealing with her effectively while preserving the relationship. Number 2 is finances. Matt does not have a lot of money to spend on losing weight, but realizes that he will be spending less money on food and beverages. He is confident he can overcome this obstacle without any problems. Number 3 obstacle is his friends. Matt's friends love to go out and eat cheeseburger, chicken wings, and other traditional pub food. His friends will give him some good nature ribbing and tempt him with his favorite foods. So Matt knows that his friends eat first and then spend time talking. He decides to eat at home show up late, and then order a diet soda, he can still spend time with his friends socializing while avoiding the temptation. The next one is personal attributes, which we already covered. So, Matt creates a list of personal attributes that will facilitate reaching his goal. Number one is patience. Losing 50 lbs will take time. To reach his goal in a year, he must average 1 pound of weight every week. Number two is persistence. While the work won't be too difficult, the changes won't be enjoyable in the beginning. So, persistence will be an important quality. Number three, having an emphasis on health, diet, and exercise. People that learn fit and having a healthy emphasis on these things. When making decisions, these items are always in the back of their minds. So let's look at overall plan. Matt knows that losing 1 pound each week should be easy, especially for someone of his weight. Only small changes are required to meet his 1 pound per week goal. He doesn't need to make any drastic changes. For example, cutting out a couple of sugarated drinks each day and taking a leisurely 15-minute walk each night would be sufficient to lose a pound each week for the next several weeks. When those changes stop working, it is time to add another change or two. Small habit changes can be enough to make continuous progress. Avoid believing that painful change is required. With enough patience and persistence, even the large goals can be achieved comfortably. So now you have a complete picture of how to apply the information in this module. The final lesson is the summary and reflection lesson. So get started on the information in this lesson. Please download, print, and complete the Live the Best Year of Your Life worksheet from your additional resources box now. These worksheets will help you plan an exciting, successful year and start living it. Now, we will conclude with the next lesson as a reflection and summary. Good luck for your the best year and always live a successful life with a flourishing happiness. Okay. Good luck and bye for this lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson.